Can you take off right away? Today is another day service act opportunity that potentially could change your life and the life of your family. You see, many a time when the year starts, we all start with amazing, very outstanding, very committed list of resolutions, and one of them is to have a better financial income and look out for opportunities. And we have looked and looked and looked, and thankfully, we've arrived here today, this first day of December, to hear about one of such which could help you attain your dreams. We all started this year and we all start off life with big dreams, the dreams of owning your own home, living in a beautiful community, traveling the world, seeing all those beautiful places you see in the movies, having a family of your own, having a number of children, building that financial income. But for many of us, many a time, when we start receiving a salary after we've gone through the educational system and we found a dream that you already have set out to do. So what most of us do is we start shrinking our dreams. In fact, we stop dreaming. The person who wanted to buy a BMW now sees a Corolla and says, "Oh, it's okay. I'll just have a Corolla." It's okay. The person who wanted to buy a BMW now sees a Corolla. It's okay. The person who wanted to live in a story building now gets a small space and is comfortable with it. But Go Backup is here to help everybody turn their dreams into reality, because we are in that era where technology and AI and everything has become virtual, and everything virtual stands on this service and this industry. So if you're here, just stick and stay. You will learn something good, and then you will also know how you could also plug into this wonderful opportunity to turn your dreams into reality. Go Backup is here to empower everybody with an above average work ethic. If you're here and you have a job, you're able to hold a job that gets you a salary at the end of the month. You committedly wake up very early in the morning. Tomorrow is Monday. Go Backup is here to help you to turn your dreams into reality. What's Go Backup about? The Go Backup is a subsidiary of an organization called Global Virtual Opportunities. This organization started about 25 years ago, 24 years ago, I think, in 1997, in Gatineau, Quebec, Canada. It now sits on a 10,000 square feet data center all the way in Texas, because that's just the best place to have the fiber optics you need to support this kind of products and service. Go Backup leverages on two global trends, two very massive global trends that you may be aware of but have not found a way to plug in. How many of us have more than one smartphone? I have two smartphones. How many smartphones do you have? You could type that in the chat. Smartphones in the world. Just over a 4 year interval, a 3 year, yeah, 4 year interval, 3 billion smartphones will be added onto what is already existence. The phones are getting more sophisticated and they are getting even more functional. That some people's livelihoods, their entire livelihood is on the phone, because it has become something that has become so close to all of us. Even in the whole world, there's just about 6 billion people. That means it's going to get to a 3:1 proportion where each person has about three smartphones. And for anything that has a good market and high demand, financial success is attached to it. And that is where everybody doing something related to a smartphone is doing well. The phone screen industry is doing well. The phone case services, they need what we are going to talk about. All of us are attached to our phones in one way or the other, trust me. I can tell you you've touched or looked at your phone at least 160 times today. And as we are attached to the more and more, screens and everything related to the phone becomes at risk of getting damaged. And when that happens, then we were part of this industry called the cloud storage industry. This cloud storage market is $1 billion industry. It's $1 billion industry. In 2022, this industry generated $90.17 billion. Last year, when GOTBACKUP was launched in April 2023, that industry generated $108 billion. This year, by the end of this year, which we are getting into in the next 30 days, it would have generated $134 billion. And the trend continues upward and upward till 2030, as has been projected by Statista.com, to almost $500 billion. $500 billion. This is an industry, and they are generating far bigger than some economies, some GDPs of some countries in even Africa here. All because there's so much demand for the service of the cloud storage service. I mentioned this already. How many of us will not go back if we left our smartphones at home, or will not feel uneasy if you left our smartphones at home? If you leave your phone at home, trust me, if you're like me, you would go back and pick your phone. That's like almost 90% of us um on this call. Many of us will go back if we leave our phones at home. About 80% of us use our phones as alarm clocks. I'm one of them. It really has helped me over the past years to wake up, to study, to schedule, to organize things. Just a good reminder. And people sit in the same room and text each other. At first, when people are together, people use their mobile phones in the washrooms. I mean, most of us spend even much more time there now because of the mobile phone, because of the videos and all of that once to your mobile phone. So with this level of addiction to the screen with such delicacy, is likely to fall and break down. And as the phone is getting more and more sophisticated, as we tend to use it more and more, they are creating more data. You receive photos, you send photos, you receive files, you send files, you take photos. All this is data that we are creating. And we all accidentally drop our phones and the phone cracks. When the phone cracks, the phone breaks, most of the time it's not even about the device, it's about the precious data that you are about to lose or that you are losing as the phone fell and break. And about 45% of cell phone users have access to the data have actually.
Okay, so Dorothy, I think that we are losing you
In three
this
seconds.
time.
That's
We are
even
really
remarkable.
losing
And
you.
people are looking for
So
solutions.
I would suggest that you probably want to check
Yes, I
your
think
network.
yes, you could.
So please, I'll continue from here whilst you try
Yes,
and
I think
sort
it
out
went
your
off a
network.
little longer.
So,
Sorry about that.
all
I,
right. So, ladies and gentlemen, she was just discussing the importance of how significant data is, and I want to share some story with you. Last year, 2023, in the month of July, was the last time I stopped using a certain level of cloud space. And the reason was because I wasn't getting the support that I needed to get. The data that I was growing was becoming significantly bigger and bigger and bigger. I'll give you two examples. I work with two guys in London. They work with Netflix. I'm sure some of you are aware that Netflix give you a lot of videos. Now, if you have ever watched videos on Netflix, just one video, you will see that if you want to get the best quality video on Netflix, you are buffering a size of over 6 gigabytes, just one video. You are not even downloading, no. You are only watching, and then that's it. And that watching alone, you have already used a data size of over 6 gigabytes. 6 gigabytes. That is over 6,000 megabytes of data. That is what you use. So people are using so much video. Another thing is that a lot of people are also doing things in 4K videos. So we used to have 720, 1080. Okay? Now people are streaming in HD quality. And so within a short space of time, your phone is getting full. And that is why it is important to be able to see how people are addicted to growing data. The next thing that is happening is a lot of people are making money with their mobile phones. For example, I make an income from just this phone that I'm holding. I make over $1,007 every month from just the phone without even touching it. There's a guy called Glass and Kwan, Trini Jonas. The guy has over 1 million followers. He's making over $20,000 from his mobile phone just by using his mobile phone. The same thing that you use your mobile phone. There's a lady called Afia Schwarzenegger. She has over 1 million followers and using just a mobile phone. She just comes onto the mobile phone, sometimes even insult people and making money. You are having a mobile phone and you are not making a pesewa. You are not making a pence. You are not making a dollar from using your phone. I'm not talking about using the phone to do business. No. I'm talking about doing something with your phone, forgetting it, and that thing is paying you when you are sleeping. People are making income from just using the phone. You can't go on social media and go and watch people laughter. You can't. You can't go on social media and go and watch toli, watch jokes of people. You have value. Juju people are on social media. The people that are Boko Haram are on social media. Negative minded people are on social media. You are, a positive minded person. You are a teacher and you are not bringing the teaching ability on social media. You are not bringing your womanhood. You are a mother. You have a PhD in motherhood. And you are not teaching people how to be a wonderful mama on social media. And people just subscribing to your channel. The thing is that you have not learned how to do that. We teach you, we help you, we support you, we guide you to brand your inner virtue and submit that to the marketplace. So that is one thing. And again, if you want to learn how to use the social media to make income, this is Go Backup. Go Backup leverages on these trends and allow people to be able to do some incredible things with their life. We just got to 143 countries. It just started last year, April last year, April 2023, and we are already in Bahrain. Have you heard of that country's name before? Bahrain. There are some countries that people are getting to know to because of Go Backup. Aren't you aware that there are some of you who didn't even know that there was a country, okay? There was a country that was known as Saint Vincent and Grenadines, and yet this country is a country that Go Backup has arrived. There are some people that didn't know that there was a country known as Laos. Did you know Laos? Laos, Laos. Because of Go Backup, some people know about country. Go Backup is now not in countries; it's now in peninsulas and islands. Man, under 2 years. And so, if you're not aware of it, if you are not partaking of it, man, you are losing significantly. And I'll share with you why it is important to be part of it. Now, there are other cloud services in the world, like Dropbox and Google Drive and iCloud. They are all there. So, why should you want to be part of the Go Backup instead of this? Well, there are 14 reasons why. One of them is that if you are using iCloud right now, you have a limit of the space you can use, 5 gigabytes. Well, please, they are going to cut it down. They are going to cut it down. So people are going to be forced to pay. And when you are paying, you have to pay $360 every year to get 6 terabytes. But Go Backup, the organization we represent, allows you to pay not half of it, even less than half of that amount. So while some people are paying $360 for 6 terabytes with iCloud, God Backup is telling us to pay not half of that money, but less than half. In fact, half of the quarter. So if you divide $360 by 3, God Backup is still telling you to pay less than 1/3 of that. Now, if you have Dropbox allows you to pay even more, $660. Go Backup tells you to pay only $99.97. Google Drive. Google Drive allows you to pay $216, but that is for one person, not 6 people. And Go Backup allows you to pay only $99, not for one person, 2 people, no, but 6 people. You see, the beauty of this is that you might not see the value of this until you lose your data, unless your phone is lost or you lose your data. That is why it is very important. Another benefit of Go Backup is that it allows you to give some of the space you are using to other people. So you have 6 people using that same thing, everybody in his chamber room. In fact, this phone I have is an Android phone. My wife has an iPhone. I have MacBook, I have Windows. I can have my Go Backup on this phone. I've actually installed it on this phone. Everything I have as a Go Backup is here. Now watch this. If I lose this phone, oh, by the way, everything on this phone is on my laptop. Everything on my laptop is also on here. Everything on my other phone here is also on my laptop and is also here. Okay. And yet they are not actually seated on the phone, or they are in the cloud. So I get them everywhere. Now, suppose I lose my phone, I lose this, I lose all my things, I lose my laptop, everything. I can take your phone and I can get everything I have in the world in my cloud on your phone. It doesn't matter what phone it is. That's the beauty of Go Backup. Did you know that? Did you know that you can have access to your data anywhere, anytime? But you see, it's not just the data, your collaborative element, the way you can collaborate with it is, and all this at $99, a whole year, not a month. But there's more. The speed of Go Backup is high. The security is high. The technology is high. Now, the data center is 10,000 square feet data center. In fact, the CEO, I'm part of the board, the CEO indicates that even when we get 3 million more people, there are 6,000 gigabytes of space for all of them, each one of them. Each one of them has 6,000 gigabytes of space for all of these people. You have a 30-day money back guarantee. If you use it, you don't want it, you can say, I don't want it. And then you can get back your income. You can use it to do bulk email. You can use it to do personalized email. See, you can bulk one message to several thousands of people at a go without paying any money. Google Drive will charge you $500 a year, sorry, every month for doing that. And yet Go Backup charges you zero for doing that. You can automate your emails and allow the emails to send themselves automatically. It doesn't matter how many emails, without you touching it for over many years, all at no extra cost. But there's more. iCloud does not pay you. Google Drive doesn't pay you. Dropbox doesn't pay you. Netflix does not pay you. Prime, Amazon Prime doesn't pay you. Zoom doesn't pay you. And yet the way people pay them, the way people pay them. Do you know why so many people tend to use Zoom for the 40 minutes? Do you know why people don't want to use 1 hour? So if somebody has a program more than 1 hour, he will tell the people after 40 minutes the thing will go up, then you all roll back. Do you know why? It's called cash. They don't have the cash to pay. They don't have the cash to buy and pay monthly. And that is where Go Backup comes in. Go Backup pays you for using the service. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, if you are here and you thought for once that you don't need money, then I think you are mistaken. See, the way the world is going, doesn't matter whether you're in America, UK, US, Canada, Australia, Nigeria, Ghana, Suriname, Laos, or Bahrain. It doesn't matter. People need, there are some people on the studio here. Okay? Fulara Gareba is in Belgium. Some are in the UK. There are some of you on the page here, okay, who are chatting here. You are living in a different world and you are all connected together. You cannot rely on your salary alone. No matter how great you are being, no matter how successful you might be. Do you know why Dangote is still working? By the way, if that guy were to stop working every second, he makes over $258,000 1 second. How much are you making? And yet, he is still working and adding value to the world. So you cannot depend on your salary alone. Okay, the last time I have a friend, okay, Kofi Benson, he says that if right now, and in fact, I ask people privately this question, and some of them, the answers they gave me, I was shocked. Suppose there is an emergency in your family right now, right now, right now. They need an emergency $3,000. They need that within 10 minutes. Else, your loved one is going to die because he's had a shock. Heart attack can happen to anybody unexpectedly. It happens to even footballers. You might remember Mark Vivian Foy. He was playing on the football pitch. He collapsed. He died immediately. Okay. Now, if there is an emergency like that and they need an income, $3,000 per, my friend will say, per, just $3,000 immediately. Do you have that? Do you have that backup? Do you have a system in place that you already have $3,000 immediately? Immediately, they need that. Do you have it? If you don't have that income immediately, or if you have, but when you give that income out, you are going to suffer. It's also another wahala. If you that is the situation, I am begging you to have the humility of Job. And please listen to what I'm about to share with you because God Backup can change that immediately. You see, right now, I'm getting way more than that amount of money every month, every month, every month. And the reason is because I understand that you cannot depend on your salary alone. It doesn't matter whether you're a professor, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, you're a businessman, you are Dangote, you are Bill Gates, or even Elon Musk. You got to understand that the world is going technological. And anytime you put yourself in a technological space, you will do well. That is why Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, went to buy Instagram, bought Facebook as well, bought Instagram and WhatsApp. You know why? Because these are technological areas. It's flying. I'm a professor of artificial intelligence and technology, cloud computing. That's why I decided to be part of this movement. That is why I sacrificed my blood to be part of this and be pushing it on the frontiers of several places in the world. Please watch the simple system that you can use to make $3,000 a month for yourself so that you too can say that I came, I saw, and I conquered. Now, God Backup allows you to make some very good income. The first income you make is known as customer acquisition bonus. But how do you make that income? Well, this is a very simple thing. You don't need to sell anything to anybody. You don't need to lecture anything to anybody. All you got to do is to tell your friends, your families, your co-workers, your acquaintances, your enemies. Tell them you have good news for them. See, let me tell you, as easy as this may be, it is also difficult for some people. It's difficult for some people to tell their friends, I have good news for you. But imagine that every single person in your contact list, every single person on your social media, every single person you will ever see or meet, strangers, anybody in your life, you tell the person, I have good news for you. What do you think the person will say? What do you think the person will say if you tell the person, I have good news for you? The person will ask you, what is it? What is it? And at that point in time, you don't tell the person about God backup. That's one of the mistakes some will say. Oh, it is about God. No, you don't tell the person what it is about. You tell the person, I want to reveal it to you on Sunday at this time. So Sunday, 8 p.m. GMT, you bring the person to us. We will educate the person for you. It is so easy to do, but it's so easy not to do. Whatever is easy to do is easy not to do. And many people find it easy not to do it and they don't do it. But that's what I have been doing and making over $3,000. Okay. Now over $4,000. Okay. Because I understand the principle of leverage. You can add that to your income. I make about over 4,000 pounds, okay, as well, over close to 5,000. But I still do this because you cannot depend on anything alone. And that is it. Most of the people you see on the screen here are incredible people. They are doing well in their life. But you know why? They understand that they cannot. Okay, Mr. Mrs. Bennis, in fact, is a wonderful millionaire in business. And yet she is here running and doing part of the Go Backup. Dr. Dorothy Hansen is a medical doctor, judged the best medical doctor in Ghana last year. And yet she is here making some very good income in her family practice. And yet she is here running this project as well. Laura Acho is a PhD student in oil and gas. She's an owner of an oil and gas company, one of the oil and gas tycoons we have in West Africa. And yet she is here. Fulera is running her own empire in Belgium, and she is right here, even though she's a mother. My point is that you two were created in the image of a creator whose creativity in his creation is creative. What makes you think that you are so busy, you are so poor, you don't have time, that you cannot do this? You limit yourself as if you were not created by God. Every one of us can do this project. Once the person comes here, you will make an income. There are 7 incomes you can make. The first income is called customer acquisition bonus. It's called CAB. Look, it's just $50 per person. So let me give you an idea. Suppose your goal, this is your goal, that every day you are going to speak to about 10 people. You choose. And only one of them will come on board. Only one out of the 10. Now, remember that all of them will not come on board immediately, but over time they will come on board. But imagine only one comes on board. That one, that will pay you $50 that day. The next day, you speak to 10 people. That will give you another $50 that second day. Imagine you are getting $50 a day, $50 a day, $50 a day, $50 a day. At the end of the month, that is $1,005 a month. For those of you in Africa, you can take your currency and multiply $1,005 a month with your currency. Okay. For those of you in Ghana, that is 1,005, and you are multiplying that $1,005 by the 17 Ghana cedis. Okay, and uh, you see, the 17 Ghana cedis is the exchange rate. That means that you are getting 25,000 every month cedis. Now, let me tell you something. There is no doctor, professor, who is officially making that kind of money. No professor. So to be making that $1,005, and remember, $1,005, that money is just the smallest income you can make over time. Over time, the other incomes you make, okay? And that is way more than. This is why I do this. So just that income alone will make a difference in your life. Not to talk about the other bigger incomes that come over time. Let me tell you some of the other bigger income. One of those other bigger income is known as cycle, tier 1 and tier 2 cycle. See, my income I get, tier 1 and tier 2 cycles are all about 1,000. There's another income called generational income, dynamic compression income. There is another income called cycle income. All of these incomes you might not even fully understand. Okay? During our trainings, we train you on how to understand them. Each one of them, for example, the cycle income. Let me give you an example of the cycle income. You will appreciate this. I make over 2,000 on that. The cycle income, Suppose you have 10 people. I have a little over 100 people. Okay, but let's assume you have 10. Each of these 10 people is making $1,000. And you are a sapphire. As a sapphire, you will get 25% of the $1,000 on each one. 25% of 1,000 is $250. Multiply by the 10 people. Okay? That is $2,500 on just that alone. So you're making $2,500 every month, $2,500 or every month on the cycle match alone. Imagine your 10 people. Each one is making $10,000. Okay, no, that's too much. Each one is making each one is making $2,000, and you are a diamond. I'm a diamond. Suppose each one of your 10 people is making $2,000 and you are a diamond. That means that you will be earning 100% of that money. That's what you see there. And 100% of 1,000 is 1,000. So it means that on each person, you will be earning an income of $2,000 times the 10 people. That is $20,000. Think. Wisdom is the ability to see what is obvious, even when that obvious thing is a secret. Let me tell you, the reason why some people don't make it in life is because they think everything in life is fake. Let me tell you something. If I go and talk to somebody like Bill Gates about what I'm telling you right now, what do you think he will say? He will look into it and he will tell you that I think it's good. Now, if somebody should laugh at me, and I tell Bill Gates, this guy is laughing at me. What do you think Bill Gates will say? Don't worry. People don't know what is great and powerful until they see the magnificence of it. Ladies and gentlemen, who you are is just your nature. What you are becoming is your manifestation. This guy called Elon Musk, he failed 188 times. 188 times. 188 times. Today, the guy is the wealthiest billionaire. Even today, he's still failing and he's still pushing. So if somebody tells you that I don't trust it, I don't believe it, I don't think, it is their own cup of tea. You have been given, you have a dream. It is your dream, it's not their dream. So why do you let what somebody thinks actually disturb you? The reason why many struggle, many don't make it, is not because they can't make it, it's because they think they can't make it. I want to repeat that. The reason why many people don't make it in this world is not because they cannot make it, is because they think they cannot make it. And this is where the problem is. We all have fingers, five, five. We all have eyes. We all have nose. What do you think? The guy that is a billionaire, he goes to the toilet like you and I goes to the toilet. The difference is belief and knowledge. And so have the commitment to your commitment that you are going to take this seriously. You are going to make a difference in the life of your family. It will help you. It will teach you. Okay. Now let's move on. These are the levels. Okay. Now the beginner is to be a bronze and then go to a copper. Copper is the easiest thing to do. Get two people on board, you are a copper. Okay. Get two people on board and you're a copper. So the moment you come on board, once you come on board, yours is to let us talk to your people for you. We will talk to your people for you. Once two of them come on board, two, you're a copper. As you're a copper, you start earning tier one income. Then move quickly to get to gold. Bypass silver, go to gold. Gold means that you have 25 people. Three of them, you have helped them to become copper. Look, it is from gold that you begin to smell good income. But it is from sapphire you begin to taste real income. Let me tell you something about sapphire. To be a sapphire, you got to have 50 people. You don't even need to know them all. You need to ensure that 10 of them were personally sponsored by you. The 40, you might not even know them. You see, when I get mine 20 people, that will add up to your people. When Dorothy gets hers 20 people, that will add up to yours. So you are taking advantage of us, and we are taking advantage of your activities as well. We work together. The rise of people in this project is the collective effort of everybody. How much do you start with? $119.97. If you want to make the income as well as use all the services. That is how you get $119.97 is for a whole year. It's not for a month, it's for a whole year, and it's worth it. You choose. It's a choice. It's a choice I made last year, and it's a choice I continue to make. See, I've made over $20,000 by just paying that 119.97. And I'm still using the service anyway. Meanwhile, I'm paying Netflix. And I'm only using the service. I'm not getting money. That's why I tell people that wisdom will help us to take advantage of what God has given us. You don't only make money, you don't only use the service, you build you. It's called self-development. You become a better person. Yeah, most of the people here are going to share how they have become better people here, and you'll be marveled at that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a project every 1 week. Don't you think it's about time? Don't wait for 31st night. This is December 1. This is your time. 2024 is gone. 2024 is bye-bye. Or you are waiting for 31st night before you know it's bye-bye. Look at your life. When we entered 2024, January 1, what did you say? As for this year, things will happen. What has happened? What has changed? Do you know why we call it New Year? Do you know what is new? New is something that has never happened before. There will be another New Year in 30 days' time. Before now and that time, what you do with your life will be significantly important. Before now and 31st, make a huge difference. Turn your life. See, it's about time for you to go to places you only see in James Bond movies and Fast and Furious movies. It's about time for you to go to Trinidad and Tobago, to go to Maldives, to relax your tattered body on the island of Maldives. It is time. It is time. Type it there. It is time for you to tell yourself enough is enough. I have relied on politicians. I have waited for my economy to do well so that I will do well. Enough is enough. I have relied on my parents. I have waited for my parents to do well before I can do well. Enough is enough. I thought if I go to have more schools and have better schools and do more degrees, my life will be better, excellent, beautiful. Enough is enough. It is time for me to make a difference in the life of my children because one day they will speak goodies to me because I did that. Enough is enough. It is time for you to tell yourself, I will fight the last drop and battle of my life and make a difference in my life because enough is enough. And when you do all of that and you finish and you get to the end line, you will look back and you will remember your pain no more because you would have seen that you took a chance, you fought the final last battle of your life and you made it. And you see what people will do? People who will not see your glory at that time, they will see your glory. And when they see your glory, they will tell you that I knew you were going to make it. I knew it. Many people don't. Research said that when so many people are about to die, they ask them, what do you regret most? You know what they say? They don't regret the things they did, they regret the things they did not do. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes it's better to die than to live. If you die for a good purpose, it's better to die for a good purpose than to live for a bad purpose. Some people die at 25, just that they are not buried yet until they are 75, because there is no meaning to life. You have a purpose. You see, if whatever job you think you are doing, continue to do, but believe you me, people have done it before. What people have not done, what people don't have the capacity to stretch themselves, is the ability to be able to do things that people think will not work, but they fight for it and it works for them. Go Backup is the cheapest project anybody can do. You don't need education. You don't need schooling. It doesn't matter your age, your education, your background. It doesn't matter whether you're busy or not. It doesn't matter who you are. Anybody, anywhere in the world will be able to get there. It is time. It is time for you to tell yourself, I will until. I will until. I will do whatever it takes to be able to make things better for me. Now, let me go to the panelists here because they have some incredible things they want to share with us. Okay, so let me start with um, Gariba, Fulara Gariba. Okay, Fulara, you have been someone who have been doing this project. You started. Okay, let me ask you, what has been one major benefit so far you are getting from the Go Back?
Can you hear me?
Yes, you and Yanam, can you hear me loud and clear? Okay, what has been one major thing you have benefited from the Go Back? One.
Okay. The one thing that stood out for me before I started was the space to be able to use this service.
Mm,
6 terabytes is not small. Some of us started using cloud services and we've been paying for years. Hearing about 6 terabytes, I said, yes, this one I can connect all my devices. And the beautiful thing is that if I lose all my devices and I don't even have anyone, but I can get someone's home, I
mm,
can still access my data. I use laptop and phone. If I decide that I want to just travel with only my phone, whatever is on my laptop, I can access it. This is something so unique and it helps, it's protected. The security wise is so top notch that you yourself you feel secure, especially in this age that people steal people's personal data. So guarantee that the security that this service use is the highest one in the world. This
mm.
is what gave me the assurance. And to top it,
Wow. I mean, she's made some lovely points right there. Okay, so security has given her a lot of assurance. Now let me go to
yes,
you.
I was saying that
Yeah, yeah. And I think we lost you, so we'll come back to you. Okay. Let me go to Laura. Laura, you have
yeah.
been using. What is one major thing that has really, really kicked you when it comes to this Go Backup? You've been smiling a lot throughout.
Yes, Dr. Kewe, yes, I'm smiling because uh, to continue from where Boss Lady Enyo has ended, I have so much assurance because my confidence is well built. Personally, I have evolved. The
Mm,
transformation has been great, and I am so excited about it. God Backup has given me an opportunity to know that I belong to a great family, a great community full of people of all walks of life who have so much experience that we are drawing on. In God Backup, there is no champion over everybody. Nobody pulls you down. Nobody halts your progress. You are rather encouraged and pepped to do better and come out of yourself,
mm,
to grow your potentials and come out as a light, a shining star, a bright
mm,
light to many people in your society, in your community, in your church, in your school, in your family, and at even your workplace. You
mm,
stand as a great leader. You are taught so many things practically that you will not get in the classroom and at no extra cost. You are taught how to be a great leader, a good motivational speaker, a good marketing person, a good PR. You are taught how to, the negotiation skills, the presentation skills. I mean, you are just a complete set of a perfect being that is
mm,
being built. The network also helps you to the community helps you to build your network. And and Dr. Kewe has been citing an example most of the time. He leverages on the people in the network to be able to do better wherever he goes, irrespective of his environment. Um, uh, there was an example he cited some time ago that um, a billionaire friend told him that whenever he's in the US, he can visit him anytime and have a nice place to rest. That one alone tells me that, look, I am in a good social environment. So my net worth is my network, or my network is my net worth. So my social capital is very important to my well-being, to who
Mm,
I am. And I am building myself. I keep building. And that alone, I am grateful.
we can hear you. So tell us, what has been one major transformation you're already seeing in your life being part of the God Backup family? Let me unmute you. Looks like you didn't unmute yourself. It says you should unmute yourself. Okay. Unfortunately, your network sound is not coming. Okay. There's not, you're smiling a lot, but the network sound is not coming. It's not smiling, unfortunately, for us to hear what is coming out of your buccal cavity. Okay. Better now. Let's see.
Okay, so what backup is, as boss lady Sarah said, it's add a lot of things such as working on your mindset, forming your, renewing your mind. For me, what I've seen within the my short time of being in the project is the fact that I've met new people and understood the importance of storing my data, and then the importance of having a backup. You understand? Because most times everyone thinks they are all comfortable with what they have until something or life unveils or reveals something to them. You know, when COVID came, some of us were in the business world way back, and we realized that whatever we are doing is not enough. Because COVID taught us a lesson that you need to have a plan B in addition to your plan A. Should
Mm,
there be, you are sure that you can lean on B if A fails. So I understood this principle very well when I joined God Backup, because I realized that God Backup can be a good plan B. No matter what you have, no matter the business you're managing, no matter the money you have, you need a backup. You understand? That's why billionaires are having multiple income. They do different businesses. So I have understood the need to grow my extra income from this project, because I don't need to move a car to attend a daily, I mean, meet before I can make money. I can sit from the comfort of my home, my office, wherever I find myself, and still make money, which you
mm,
won't get. So it gives you the time freedom and gives you the opportunity to make endless income right from the comfort of your home.
mm,
And a busy person, if before you can make that kind of money you make here, trust me, you would have to travel, hours to get to your workplaces. You don't do this. So it has taught me that an extra income such as this, being an online business, is worth it. It's worth our time. And everyone should develop the habit of loving it, of going all out and doing it, because it's paid, and you won't regret ever doing God Backup. Trust me, because this is the new era. This is the new norm, the new business taking over the world. And AI is leveraging on such a project like this. So every one of us are aware that AI is doing many things in the world now. So if you are here who being part of this project, that you have data, and AI is using data, then you have to be serious about this, because some time will come. If we are talking about people who are controlling the world, your name will be part of it. You are part of God Backup, and God Backup is going to dominate and take over. Thank you.
message you want to tell those who are yet to be part? Not those who are already part, those who are yet to be part. What would you want to tell them?
All that I'll tell them is not to put all their eggs in one basket.
Mm,
I'm saying I had an encounter with someone who I know is financially stable, and I told him about this. He said, "I'm well to do. I don't need this business." I said, "Your business. That is the example I cited. I was like, your business can collapse. Should there be any fire outbreak, you can lose your company. But this is something online you don't, you are so confident about it because this is a business you are managing online. Okay? So it's something you have to grab and add it to whatever you're doing. Because I always say that if you put all your eggs in one basket and should the basket fall down and the eggs break, where do you go to? So as a human being and as an individual that you are here listening to us, irrespective of your financial status, irrespective of the cloud storage you're already belonging to, get this in addition. It's better to have this than to not have it and lose what you think you have today and start from the scratch.
Mm.
Because life is such that it can throw you back to the basis from grace to grass. So if you don't have a solid financial, I mean, businesses or opportunities surrounding you, please, anything can happen. So get this opportunity and do it in addition to whatever you are doing. If you are a worker, you are a business person, you are a mother, a husband, a student, whatever you are doing, get it because trust me, you won't regret it. This is something that will help you and not just yourself, but your whole family because it's a project that gives you what we call what's the name? You enjoy residual income. That is another reason I personally joined. Residual income is such that even if you are sleeping, money comes back. And that is why you should take this business serious because you cannot will your work or your certificate to your children, but you can will a business such like this as this that can give you residual income to your children. Because should you die and go, your children can inherit this business. So I want to encourage you to join us, even if not for anything, for the fact that you will enjoy residual income and get the opportunity to store your data for a lifetime. Thank you.
Wow. Wow.